Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans. This is the 15th day of December 2022. I just want here to drop a very quick one, okay? I want to encourage every Biafrans to be very, very, very resolute and focused. The difference between us, the Biafra people, and those that are blackmailing and propagating all manner of falsehood against us is that they are two-faced people, corrupt, very unbalanced people, and we are not two-faced. These people that are parading and spreading all this falsehood against us are those who believe in Biafra and they believe in Nigeria. So what they do is that they are the agent of P2B, whom they want to use as a pedestrian to cross to the other side of wealth. We are not here for that. We are here for complete freedom of Biafra people after many years of subjugation and slavery under the Nigeria state. So forget them, disregard them, tagging me terrorist, tagging me agent of Nigeria, tagging me all manner of names. One thing is very certain. After the 25th of February 2023, they will all come back to us. That is to prove that they are two-faced. So when what they are doing is failing, or when it has failed, they will come back and start praising us. The man they are calling terrorist today, just because of it is politically motivated blackmail, they will turn out tomorrow to say that you that have joined this movement, you are a hero because you have not deviated and you are not derailed. No matter the name they call you today, I call upon you, the Biafran people, to be very strong. We have never, ever gotten it right this way. This is the time. The foundation that is holding that evil entity, corrupt entity, terrorist entity called Nigeria is shaking. And we'll finally break it in 2023. Every Biafran must be very, very strong. Go to every media where they are propagating these lies and blackmail and defend Biafra. Thank you.
Area. Hello, everyone. I tell you, I will bring you the latest. I promise to get ahead of this story because man, it's not easy to have a prime minister as your friend. Easy. So before, so I promise to always stay ahead of the game. But I will apologize that I'm a little bit late because this latest news was actually a couple of hours behind, maybe not yesterday their time, right? It was yesterday their time, but I'm just getting rid of it. I don't think none of our again. I know I was right. I was right. When I go to your exercise patient, when I go know why I talk, I was right based on my conclusion of not just jumping or going with the narrative or running with the bad wagon. I said I put two things on the table. I said the fact that the original story, which is the source, did not carry Simon Ekpa name. I'm not going to go with that. And the fact that the rate at which every Tom, Dick, and Harry media in Nigeria lecture on that story within an hour, saying the same thing at the same time, make me very suspicious. So there's a latest from, and this latest again is coming. It came just from the way the other one. I remember I said now, National Bureau of Investigation of Finland, which is pretty much the police. Now them get the story, right? Even the court, whatever, and they've not been put out anything. But one of their daily national newspaper called I don't know how to pronounce it, YLE or whatever, YLE, took that story and now decided to add their own conclusion to it, had Simon Ekpa, had everybody, whatever it had. That's what happened. Again, this story that I'm about to read to you is coming from that national newspaper too. But they are actually coming out clean, just the way I expected them to, just the way I thought, just the way I believe that the story ought to have been. Now the link I put for comment section, so right. If you want to go along with me, see me no sabi read like that. If you want to go along with me, click on the link on the comment section. That is the story I'm about to read to you. So there's more to it. But first of all, please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. People are still coming in. I don't reach 11. So let's massive chill for a few minutes before I get into the latest on my friend, the Prime Minister. Well, let me refresh our memory about him first. Again.
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. This is the 16th day of December 2022, and we are very, very angry. We are not happy. The news coming from the DSS dungeon from Abuja suggests that the DSS no longer provide food for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in their custody, illegally in their custody. And we have also read in the news that the family of our leader has been able to raise 1 million naira for his feeding. So when we say that the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gone beyond family business and family matter, this is where we come in. So for this reason, from today, the auto-piloted IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be making available every month 2 million naira for his feeding. The reason it is going to be 2 million for his feeding every month will be because we know that the DSS, this some DSS, will be stealing from that money because Nigeria are criminals. The security agents, they are criminals. Most of these people, they will be stealing from the money. So we are going to do everything possible to provide 2 million for his feeding. We don't want them to feed him again. We don't need their feeding. So, but when we provide this money every month, we'll be expecting that at no point in time will they starve Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from today going forward. Thank you, and may God bless Biafrans.
According to Tokwe, we are going global. We are going global. There's 21 people now watching. I beg. Wanna like, smash, subscribe, and suppose they work now. I pause. I leave work just to come up because I promise to stay ahead of the game. Just because this is a moment. This is a history unfolding before my generation, before our own very eye. Right? History is in the making. There will be an end to this story, and I believe it's going to be the favor of the oppressed. Let me use that on my HOS. But it's 23 people like, share, subscribe. We are going to get it. I promise you guys that I will always get ahead of the news of the game. As far Prime Minister Ekpa is concerned, because now my friend before. But most importantly, the news is not an organization, an institution to be trusted. Uh, and I will not watch and at least have my community here get get the wrong news. Well, I think I'm credible enough to give them the latest. So please subscribe. I just want to add that I have more people who are watching who are not a subscriber than people who are actually subscribed. So subscribe, follow, like, share. Invite your people, all the Nigerians we carry, we dey against Ekpa, we they insist say na Ekpa na they are there. They should gather here. They should gather here. There's the latest on that, and this is coming from no other place than Finland. So if you say Ekpa was arrested, maybe you are, maybe you are not. But if you say he wasn't arrested, at the same time, maybe you are right, maybe you are not. Because as I said before, nobody is sure. And that's why I keep asking evidence. Don't they? I only remember when this news started within the first few minutes, don't now you be the first person who will respond on that group. And I was keep saying that fake news, fake news. Fake news. And my story hasn't changed because in as my name has not mentioned, there's a reason why they do that, right? But we'll get to that. So the latest is coming from the same National Bureau of Investigation of Finland. But this news is coming from the secondary, this that the one of their national newspaper. But they also make correction from their earlier conclusion. Remember, I said something. I said I was fortunate enough to actually get hold of the story. Few minutes, every seconds of the news hitting the internet, right? And even up till like 12 hours after the news go viral, I mean, it take less than an hour for the whole Nigeria country to engulf with the story, right? But the outside Nigerian newspaper, which they all actually pick their news from the same place, from that Wale Eagles paper, and started adding their own concoction, right? The only foreign newspaper that actually did what to have been done, who do the right thing, is the Voice of America. At least the first newspaper that I saw that went straight to say, okay, this is what is going on. No name has been mentioned. They just say five Nigerian, finish Nigerian finish, and I think they describe now dual citizenship. But there was no name, and everybody begin interprets as he or she wants. And with that confusion, our legislature get $2.2 billion easy, easy. And as far as I'm concerned, that is to lay the groundwork for the passage of the what, the tax bill that our brother in the house had put in a very right perspective to say that the alpha beta will soon become alpha and omega. I don't dey talk too much. I'm just a delay. Make people dey come. 33 people, 34 people are actually watching from different platforms, from Facebook, from Twitter, from YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe. We are ahead of the game now. Before this, our doctors for Nigeria. I'm talking about the minute I go wake up, we will begin spin again. Let me give you the latest on my friend Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. And to those who they thought, oh, he did not be a Biafran, he did not be a member, he was saying all this in court. That's all crap. I talk for Dr. Nemeji with my full chair, say all those things now lie. Everybody just they add. So we'll go back to that. The NBA, who is NBI? NBI na National. Just click on that link. Click on the link where I put there, so you will read the news. National Investigation. I say NBI. You understand? Just like their own FBI, National Bureau of Investigation of Finland. Maybe that FBI. That's George Jekuri Ekpe. 45 people are watching. 45 people are watching. We are getting records. So now I'm happy that I decided not to go to work today for this. So yeah, I think it's worth it. So 45, I need you to like, share, and subscribe. When I reach 50, I will start to read the article that brought us here today. Mr. Vincent, I know say you go happy say I am I am the other side of the conversation when it comes to this Biafra conversation of Simon Ekpa. But this is not being emotional, be trying to follow, but I'm just telling you exactly as it comes, because it's not fair. I think it's not fair to see how the media is not for the people. I think if there's anything I would like to prove with this EPA story is to tell you that the Nigerian media now nothing. And it's not just synonymous to Nigerian media alone, it's everywhere. Today, the America has spoken loud, and we'll see how the changes will come. So we are just let to know you that the goal of every government is to make sure the people don't know what is going on. If not, they no go fit govern. I don't care which country you live in. I don't care which under system of government. The government is lying to you. Take me anywhere, we can have this debate. That is the goal. If you actually come out with actually how things they run, you cannot govern. Tone and soldier, you know how they do it for barrack, how they do it for field of play, and how they do it for beer parlor. Now the different conversation. I be told. um, but NBA is America. NBI. This one a National Bureau of Investigation. I don't. That's my problem with you. I'm a problem with you now. With that. I said Finland. Put Finland at the in front of it to get the real picture. Okay. They call them Finnish police too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mona. But only 61, oh. Which canteen? Which canteen? Which canteen? Tomorrow I don't go work again with that. Oh, yeah, Mona, I like, share, subscribe. I see one like is coming from Facebook. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I like this. I like this. George, don't know what my brother Vin Maxwell love this Simon Ekpa too. He's a soldier. Simon Ekpa is a soldier. She like him. Why you no go like soldier? Eh? Finland does not have such. They are too small a country. They there. They have one of the best education system in the world. What can you say about Nigeria when it comes to that? Finland has the best education system in the fucking planet Earth. And you know why? Because they are not private schools. So in other words, they force even the billionaires, even I don't know why they get billionaires, even all their all their rich people, it force them to actually put their resources, not just their money, their understanding and everything to put it into public education. So you get the best. So both the rich and the poor, both the president and the gate man, their kids are being educated the same way, the same place, the same standard. You can't beat that. So there's something to for them to be proud of. Yes, it's a small country. Anyhow, 67. Ah, man, not to try, not to try. Now, earlier on, as I said, I came out to say the people that released the information, which is the National Bureau of Investigation of Finland, that actually brought out the story, did not mention anybody's name, not even Ekpa. And a lot of people thought, Igbo this moon and they talk to me. I said, fine, that's fine, but that is the original source. Then while YLE picked that news and added their own source to it, right? EPA is this, EPA is that, EPA is that. Now, again, as at there yesterday, my today, a couple of hours ago, the latest has been released by the same NBI. Now, NBI releases Lati based Biafran activist Simon Ekpa as investigation continues. That is the headline, not from the NBI, but from that national newspaper. Now, listen, the National Bureau of Investigation suspects a man who lives in Lati of money collection offenses, although they have not named Simeon Ekpa as the what suspect. Now, Mona, listen, these are the same people who first picked the news from the National Investigation Bureau and publish it to they now included Simon Ekpa, and before you know, Sun, Punch, AIT, NTA, MBS, every Tom Digger area in Nigeria run away with what this same newspaper published. Now they are coming out. Instead of they say, I am sorry, I may represent the news. No. But again, they start, this is communication, right? They started by saying the headline says NBI releases Lati-based Biafran activist Simon Ekpa as investigation continues. Now, the subtext of the headline goes: the National Bureau of Investigation suspects a man who lives in Lati of money collection offenses, although they have not named Simon Ekpa as the suspect. This news don't come out now, don't they pass 12, 10 hours. No Nigerian newspaper take am, right? Because it's an indictment on them, especially by people like me, where they say, come, oh, yes, something is going on. People were arrested. They are Nigerians. But they never specifically say it's Simon Ekpa. I hope I'm making sense. So, don't say the Finnish MB. I don't say NCB. Okay, that's NCB. That's his party. I be you are trying to go back. It's part of the NBA Council Criminal Investigation. Okay. I get what you're trying to say, Tone. Okay, one is different. I know they have one of the best life. No. I mean, if you call you, nobody has it all around. I live in America, the most successful economy known to human history. Yeah, trust me. Not everyone get it right. So no country has everything 100%, right? But I'm just putting it to you. What can we boast to be the best in the world for as a country? That na no be conversation for today. Now let's go there. Don't say the National Bureau of Investigation (NBI) is a national unit of the Finnish police current operating access to Finland. Correct. I believe you are following, you are following, you are following, you are following. But that's not the conversation here. The point here is to say that the Nigerian when I was saying that the Nigerian media are up to no good, the idea is to use EPA as a sunscreen to get 2 billion. That 2 billion will go a long way to smoothing the tax bill into fruition. If you now they follow the headlines, as at a couple of hours ago, it has already hit the airwave that the presidency is lobbying the legislative arm, both lower and upper, to pass the bill. How they do now to call all the head of committee. What you want give head of committee? You have 2 billion at this point to share. You share 2 billion for there. Those will go back to the if like that, share the money and they will come back and that bill go through. And if that bill go through, according to our brother Kulaka, who is who is the chief officer of this administration, who put everything into perspective to say that soon, once that bill pass, Bola Tinubu Alpha Beta Company will become Alpha and Omega. That's brilliant. I mean, how can you argue against? Or that's not summarize and kill the argument. Again, Samuel Ekpa was used as a toward divert everybody attention. I dey talk am all the time. Pay attention to the signal, not the noise. Bobrisky na noise, VDM na noise. Which other thing? When Obi dey come out, all those people are noise. At this critical time in our history, if anybody is not talking about the tax bill, he's for the tax bill. But I'll continue. It never end there. I just want to point that out that the people who actually broke the news that the Nigerian media decided to latch on and begin to run away with it are now coming out to say, we fuck up. Even though they are not saying it that, they are not saying it that way, which I expect them not to. But I see it, and I have to make it clear that no be the way they talk am. I see through. So they continue. They say the Finnish National Bureau of Investigation suspected a man who lived in Lati of money collection offenses. Although the NBI have not named the suspect, while LE, which is the newspaper that the second broadcaster of the news, believe the suspect is Simon Ekpa. I said it. That is their own conclusion, right? That's their own conclusion. They decided to add say na Simon Ekpa. Of course, you can say their conclusion is right based on what they put on the table, which is what? Oh, Latin are where Ekpa they stay. Somebody is using internet, of course. Ekpa pretty much live in the cyber world. So if you put one or two together, it's very easy for you to point us in as Simon Ekpa. That I understand why they will do that. Of course, today now nobody knew about why LE before. Everybody knew about them now. But that's not the point. What is in for our own media? The same people who pretended for years that Samuel Ekpa know they exist. They don't believe there is somebody somewhere that existed until federal government came out recently and declared the man wanted. But all of a sudden, this national media, everybody became interested in that story all of a sudden. I said, like, hell no, something is wrong. Now, let's continue. So he said, if you not name the son of a Biafran rebel who live in a southern Finnish city. So now, the second foolishness that followed that people actually buy into was say, oh, Simon Ekpa denied being a Biafran or whatever in court. And you ask them, when was that? How did they get to hear about that? That's not part of the story, right? But again, the same people are now saying Ekpa is a rebel who live in, or Ekpa na Biafran rebel who live in a southern Finnish. This is their words, not mine. Now, Ekpa was detained by authorities in Lati on Thursday morning and released in the evening. This is them continue. What you talk? Olivier, I don't get what you are saying. Of a message I've been missing since these days. What? I don't get you. George, I don't get what you're saying. Make me understand the point you are trying to make. Is that of a message I've been missing? Okay, since these days. What does that even mean? What what I don't know. Okay, now let me continue. So now they continue. They said Ekpa was detained by authorities in Lati, that's the city that I live in, on Thursday morning and released in the evening. Remember, those people for Nigeria, our media agencies throwing party every day for the past, even up to today. Everybody come TV, yeah, maybe they deport, maybe they, all kind of bullshit, right? Why the man was chilling. Now, George, I seriously can't get, yeah, I don't understand what you're trying to say, but that's fine. So now they continue. They say, although NBI, the National Bureau Investigation, did not confirm they detained Ekpa by name. Man, I'm getting 115 follow they watch live so far, which is the highest so far from, I don't know, Twitter, Facebook, but wherever you are getting it from, please invite your neighbors where they celebrate Ekpa audio to come and listen to the latest. Like, share, and subscribe, please. Like, share, and subscribe. So say they did not mention Ekpa by name. A neighbor of his informed, a neighbor of his informed YLE that Ekpa was taken into custody on Thursday. Additionally, and thinking man, I think what I was trying to say, Sonata, that is another newspaper photographer who was outside Ekpa's apartment building at the time, took a photo of him being taken away by plainclothes law enforcement officer that day, not connecting on specifics of the case. Detective Superintendent Tomiren acknowledged to Yale that he was only aware of one NBI operation that that was carried out in Latin on Thursday. So even the detective still not putting name out there. Now nosy neighbor, so also people go talk. Now they complain that they just say alleged, call newspaper say there is now. NBI confirmed the operation was related to an ongoing pre-trial investigation into suspected money collection offenses. Now, is this making sense now? I mean, if there's anything if they know Nigeria say we lied about, they believe everybody in a scammer. So how can people come and say they are investigating one Nigeria of money laundering and all everybody could control? Just so there's so much to amaze there. Of a message means Mazi Simon Ekpa, while MNK means Mazi Namdekan. Okay, maybe I don't think what you are saying is what you are saying. Follow the conversation that we are having. I know what's that. Are you suggesting it was never arrested? That's not the point. That's not the point. I never said that. Right on, comrade. Thank you. That's not what I see. For me to say he was arrested, I should see evidence. Evidence now can come in many ways. Can come from the original source by mentioning names or putting picture to it. Since that is missing, I am not going to accept any third party conclusion. That third party could be an enemy. That third party could be paid. Anything, everybody want to go viral these days. So I'm not going to take that. So I stay with the original story that refused to mention anybody's name, not Dr. Bekpa. So I said I will hold my conclusion until we get to a reasonable conclusion because the story is still unfolding. So that's my stand. I mean, I'm somebody that believes that there's three sides to a coin. There's three sides to a coin. We have the edge, the tail, and the edges. That's how I see things. So at this point, I am in the edge. You just say okay. So it's not because if you follow now the original story, then the headlines that bombarded us in Nigeria and around the world, then you could say that something is not right, something is fishy. If you could see you are attracting autopilot and hyper, they are Nigerians, they are fighting for freedom from Nigerians. They are it's not about attracting a particular group of people. These are Nigerians who actually, at this point of my conclusion, these are Nigerians who have not forgotten who they were or where they are coming from. Don't have to agree with them, but at least as far as I'm concerned, they are one of the two group of people that actually on course and stay focused to actually achieve their goal. They are fighting for freedom, whatever how you want to interpret that. Why the Fulani hegemony is what? Is a mission to conquer. There's nothing wrong with that too. I believe in this world that we live in a jungle. If you don't have the mind and the temperament of being conquered, you leave for others to come and conquer you. So I am not. That's where I see things from when it comes to Nigerian matter these days. Now, that thing never finish, yo. These people are not done yet. The confession has not is not concluded. Now, let me continue. Now, the police have been investigating the case since the autumn of 2022. The actual investigation into the matter begins at the beginning of February, and based on it, the Latin man is suspected of collecting money. See, the Latin man, then they still now that they come to us with their senses in violation of fundraising laws. Rain told Yele, that's the police officer now, actually saying these are people who have the authority to actually say this is who the person is, but they are heading back. When they are holding back, why are they holding back? It's either na him or no be him. Tom say, I believe that Simon Ekpa is playing psychological propaganda. It will not look good on him to admit at this point in time that he was arrested. Just I don't no. Come on, I think at this point, let's put let's see things from the practical point of view. Do you really think somebody like Ekpa no knows the journey that he has decided to embark on, ridicule, arrest, assassination, no dey all these things? Do you think he doesn't? He's not aware of all these things. He knows. He's an adult. He knows any line you decide to take, there's consequences. There's good to it, there's bad to it. So to say that in the try to say maybe no, they arrest him, I don't think it will make him more popular. If you are saying he's playing a psychological game, that yes, in the delay to come higher again, but say that the reason that he's playing a psychological game is because no one make people know say they arrest him, or he's saying that this say they arrest him. No, I think it's actually and those kind of the line that he has taken that not like a rank. You are as a military guy, right? Just something you go accomplish, you go they'll give you more rank. So being arrested, listen to all freedom fighters. Being arrested, all those things is part of it's like a badge of honor. Those are their bragging rights. So I don't think the psychological mind that is playing is towards that direction that you are seeing it from. Now, no, don't forget that the investigation is still going on. So you don't, if not him, you don't know the terms and. But let me continue first and see. Now, authorities have questioned the suspect, but the investigation is still in its early stage. While LE met with Ekpa on Friday morning. Imagine, so now the same newspaper it met with him on Friday morning after it was released on Thursday, according to them. But he declined to comment, stating that he will meet with the police in Lati later on Friday. So the people who jump to conclusion that this is what is going on now have the opportunity to have a conversation. Now have opportunity to have a conversation with the man, right? And he declined. They know now the way I understand all this kind of journalism You could, because they don't tell us waiting in ask the guy. When the guy talk, I mean, the authority have questioned the suspect, but the investigation is still in its early stage. Year later, the newspaper met with Ekpa on Friday, but he declined to comment, stating that he will meet with the police later that Friday. So, waiting with the question where they answer and where the guy felt us say no, they did not say that. Why? Now, there's another thing. The story continues. Ekpa social media, Ekpa social media investigated. Now, in addition, this is the newspaper coming to that conclusion. In addition, the NBI received several reports of EPA activities on social media and are investigating whether they could bring him under suspicion of other crime. So then, you see the psychological role these people are playing. Of course, somebody who is that controversial. There are a lot of people who were bragging that, oh, I sent complaint, I reported him. What is that supposed to be making? Other people were reported too. They could bring him in under suspicion of other crime. Now, say Ekpa has previously told the newspaper that he is leading a rebel group from his home in Latin with the stated aim of establishing an independent Biafra state. So that is what they are working on. Apparently, they don't interview this guy before, and he told them what the mission is, which is not a secret, which is not a court. Again, that should not maybe just pause for there. Where is the idea that Ekpa denied being a Biafran or part of the movement in court? Where is that even coming from? He is the same newspaper and he's now confirming that they have actually interviewed him before and he stated his mission and what is to. So, what is this idea that he denied being a part of the group from? I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping or I'm not making sense. Because all you need to pay attention to is what, as I said, the original story that people are lynching on, like three paragraphs. Who mentioned nobody's name? Now, the person that actually not take that to the national conscience, which is a newspaper in Finland, which is the YLE, now them come hard say na Ekpa. Based on as we can tell, the relationship they had with him before, which confirmed what he is up to. So the idea that he denied not being part of them is bogus, according to Tone. The Nigerian government making bogus statement was kind of, as my friend said, a smoke screen. The fact that the person that the Nigerian media deny for years that it doesn't exist, not means to say the federal government don't recognize his activity and declare him wanted a couple of months ago. The media still believe it never existed. But overnight, the throw party with one single story, the same headline, then with addition of their own mischief. I mean, there's so many red flags in this story that people could not just see. Why are they doing this? I just tell you, I say, why would they argue, they celebrate? $2.2 billion was signed off. And as far as I'm concerned, that $2.2 billion was to smooth the way of the tax bill, which will tag as the alpha beta will still turn to what alpha and omega when that be passed. That's what convention that is going on. And I've been on this thing for the past how many weeks? People thought I'm crazy. Anyway, let's keep going. Ekpa okay now. So they had a communication with him before. Now, Ekpa has also said that he approved of the use of violence against the Nigerian government force and has ordered curfew on residents of five southern Nigeria states on certain days of the week. Now, I wish all these things are secret, right? But this newspaper is going all this to make people not to focus on their blunder, on how they partner with whoever, the federal government, whoever they pay them to just actually take the whole nation for a fool or for a ride. That's what this is about. Because even as you go back to the website of the this story no dey there. This story is not there. The only story that you can still find on the website of the National Bureau of Investigation of Finland is still the whole story of how 5 Nigerians have been asked to be detained. That's the only story that was still there. So this thing are just to follow up when they now understand of whether the aim has been achieved on the federal government side or when they now understand that things are not making more sense. Now, if you look, the next thing you begin to see is the legality of Nigeria and Finland. Oh, the Finland. So the story is not it's not going to end there, but some section of the media will just move on because it will come a time where people will begin to confront them what they are doing. Nigeria on Amumu too much. My brother, help me ask Nigerian media journalists, they tell them 90 old men. So Simon Ekpa is untouchable Nigeria, you know. So I beg when I like share. This is about 163 people watching. I beg. I hope that I will get this like. I hope that I will get the subscription. Wanna subscribe so that I promise to be when it comes to Simon Ekpa. It's the prime minister that was my friend before according to him. But that's not that's not the point. For me, yeah, I'm trying to prove a point. I'm trying to prove a point that the Nigerian elite are not for the people. I don't care if it's Konkoso, I don't care if it's Tunubu, I don't care if it's Obi, I don't care if it's Showore, I don't care if it's Atiku. You know why? None of them is talking about the tax bill. But I think all of them have one or two things to say about Simon Ekpa. Why? A tax bill that is coming to revolutionize our life. Hey, when they can't change the game, nobody. That's almost tax bill that almost burn Kenya down. We are focused on Samuel Ekpa, Bobrisky, VDM, some like inconsequential things that no matter how we go restore. No, that's not the problem. The hunger one are they receive so. Eh? It's about to be people. Some people say, oh, rice don't cost. So for the fact that you see no say rice don't cost, now be say things never better. It will get to a point now when you go party or when you go reach my house, now you go see that they eat rice. You go say, oh, rice dey this part of the world. Eh? Make a refresh on our memory with our we have one friend before that if let's say we don't forget that our angel. I been waiting I will call her. Let me show you.
Nigerians insist that they have to impress their neighbors and other people that they eat foreign rice. I said, no rice. You either you eat what you grow what you eat, or you die. I think I tried to make my point. And later, Nigerians appreciated it because it provides more jobs. People go back to the land. We have the land, and we produce what we eat. I have only 6 more days to go. And I try to plan to be as far away from Abuja as possible. And thank goodness I came from an area which is farthest away from Abuja. I said, if anybody false move, I establish good relationship with my neighbors. The Nigerian people will defend me. Thank you very much.
Before before I explain that, Chidon Macaulay say you come to your senses before your village is gone. Sorry. No, my brother, my village don't go see. Yeah, you are not. I go ask Ekene na one of the lawyer member we know my village. It's gone before I was born. That's not the even matter. We did. Now, Rashid Ziber said hashtag Ekpa is a lawyer and a politician in Finland, and Nigeria forget about that. No, Ekpa is not a lawyer. Let's get that clear. Ekpa is not a lawyer. Ekpa was married to a lawyer, right? Who together they now established like a consultancy office that that oversees immigration clients. Most of African immigration are their clients. So Ekpa is not the one that is a lawyer. It's his wife that is a lawyer. Let's get that. But they had a consultancy business together. That's a story for another day. Breaking news, Abi. Anyway, they say Ovi, they have an understanding. Their reason for keeping quiet now. Well, when I did chat for the past how many weeks, but she saying Igbo now they smoke. Anyway, let's continue the debate. So now the Buhari statement, right? Whether you eat what you produce or you produce what you eat or you die. Before I explain what that means, listen to this. That's how now God understands it. Maybe Biafra is actually the way out of this of where waiting we don't enter. Nobody say waiting we go enter. We're already in. Coming out. Now blood. Let me show you guys what why that statement we Buhari make it follow.
Often have different outcomes than people expect, and sometimes when they start, they can be lasting for 5, 6, or 7 years. And so I think it's incumbent on all of us to worry about it. It doesn't stop J.P. Morgan from expanding. We want to serve clients and serve countries and be respected wherever we do business to help Nigerians in Nigeria and Nigerian companies here, and also Nigerian companies that go overseas. So we still have expansion plans, so worrying about that doesn't stop us from doing things, but we just have to be very conscious of the risk it creates.
So, in other words, this policy we then give to Nubu, where Tinubu they implement that is giving us shaggy, right? He said he understand the pain will come in the next 5, 6, 10 years. But that is not their concern. They have to expand. And the reason they are expanding because they are preparing for war. If you want to understand that better, just become this platform so that it don't be like conspiracy theory, right? Everything connects. Now, uh, Chidon says Simon Ekpa is human rights activist and a military called Jaguar. Go verify. Nope, I did not say he is not a military guy. I never said that. I just said he's not a lawyer, which is what you alluded to at first, that he's a lawyer. I said, no, he's not a lawyer. He was married to a lawyer, but together they have a consultancy firm that deal with immigration issue. I never question human rights. Being a human rights activist does not automatically means being a lawyer. So we are on the same page. It's just that I understand you. Comrade, okay, Chino Yeram Akuwudi. Okay, Akuwudike. Ovio, well done. It is my first time here. I beg, subscribe. And yeah, may your days be long. Subscribe, more than subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe because there's a need for us to stay on some of these news, especially when they won't use my former friend, my friend before, as a small screen. My friend just, but what they don't understand is that they just turned the guy into a legend. I've asked this question before. Somebody should tell me any Nigerian that captured the attention of the whole country in terms of the media, both TV, both newspaper, both content creator, both gossipers, witches, and wizards at the same time in 24 hours, under 1 hour, every media is saying the same thing about it. Show me where, anywhere in Nigeria that has happened. Either one person or group of people or an event. And I will tell you what legends they are turned that guy into. Just by that crazy headlines that they throw around. Now let's continue. Now I say Yele visit to the region indicated that Ekpa and his group are fed, so they able visit Nigeria are fed, and is see okay now you begin see when are the questions of current newspapers? There's a reason. Now you begin to understand. So this newspaper in Finland that added juice to Ekpa's story will actually pay a visit to the southeast. Guess what though? Now you can understand where the story is coming from. He said the visit to the region indicated that Ekpa and his group are fed. Now, If you no go Southeast with a biased mind, with a sponsor idea, with a mission, the problem of Southeast is not Ekpa and his group that will eat you first, if anybody no tell you. So you won't tell me the checkpoint that is everywhere, all those things are because of Ekpa and his group. You see, you now you guys understand that I'm not crazy. That this newspaper was actually sponsored to go there and present what Chimamanda tag as what a danger of a single side story. So they went there, and all they could take from there is they talk to people who are speaking on the Nigerian side, people who disagree with IPOP and the activities. Those are the people they interview, those are the people they talk to, and they run away with that story. Yes, even though maybe it's a fact that some people are scared because of sit at home and other things, but that's not the reason. That's just a smoke. What's the fire? Why are people sitting at home? Why are all, I mean, now if people understand that I ain't crazy when they question some kind of headlines or some kind of things. It's coming from somewhere. So you cannot tell me you visited the region of Southeast and that is your conclusion. Mutigbo, Amami Ogba. That's what I learned in Iloni. Now let me continue. So they visited the region, indicated that Ekpa and his group are fed, and his orders are followed. Ekpa's Twitter's video, in which he ordered people to boycott election and stay in their home, has been viewed over 1 million times. So am I now making sense to everybody? So again, this article that they put out is just to trace back of their first conclusion, of their first additional conclusion to the original story, which did not carry Ekpa name or any Nigerian name. So for them to come and say, come, oh, we misreported this, but this is this, they have to go all the way to tell us how. Are you trying to let us know, the world know that now today that they sit at home? It no follow. Again, this media, they call the national newspaper of Finland, while YLE went to Southeast and particularized what Chimamanda said, the danger of a single side story. Imagine. And that's what in Nigeria, that's why I say, what's Nigerian media, all of them run away with that story from there without even doing anything. I know there's something wrong somewhere. Now, Ovie, you will soon be hitting 1,000 likes if you continue with your friend Simon Ekpa. No. I'm just, this is not about, this is bigger than Simon Ekpa. I think once we should, at this point, we should understand that. Right? This is not, even if I say, go talk up. It's not about Simon Ekpa. It's about actually staying, letting people know that the elite of Nigeria, it doesn't matter if you are a Catholic, if you are a Muslim, if you are a Ogboni, they are the same. They own the newspaper. Now understand. They also control vast majority of the content creators you see on YouTube. That's exactly what you just happened. That's what it exposed. That the Nigerian elite not just control the TV alone, not just control the newspaper, even the content creators are in their pocket. Now, a lot of respected journalists in Nigeria, I lost my respect speaking without investing. That's it. And again, this national newspaper, I know what to blame them because they left everything there for you to. A serious journalist will not just read that piece and conclude and decide to know. Because where Hamilton knows the originals were moving from them. When I read the story, they said I read that from Sun newspaper first. They tagged this Finland newspaper. Then I go to the Finland newspaper. Then the Finland newspaper tagged the NBI. That's when I know that's the original story. So I went there. I read this and I was like, this has nothing to do with what these motherfuckers are talking about. But now I understand. Now, I think everybody is following. Please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. I want to apologize. Do you have the figure for the checkpoints in Imo and Abia compared to Anambra and Enugu State? That will tell you something. No, I know the and checkpoints for Nigeria, right? Again, I dey always try to tell people about the foundation and the history of America. Eh? There's a reason why they said that. Where do you think they leave they evacuate military from the southern part of America after the Civil War? How long do you think it takes them? See, if you go deeper into FBI declassified information about the Civil War and the Biafra ordeal, people that understand are wondering why they actually let them exist. They said the goal was to wipe them out. This is not okay. They can say this is my conclusion because I will bring you video why people they speak that it's not it's unheard of that not necessarily everybody have a wiper, but put them in a situation whereby there could be mumu hustling for life, just like us in America. That is the aim be that, and it's stayed like that. It's going to stay like that. Anyway, make a note to run away from this. Is so to answer your question, I don't really know, but I know it's when that zone is a conquered zone according to again. That's why I thought saying that the Biafran has know who they were, where they are coming from, where they ought to go. Why the Fulani hegemony? I use the Fulani hegemony because it's not the only Fulanis or any other because they are the mission is seeing the whole the not just Nigeria, I mean the whole West Africa as a land without people and people without land. Go that phrase. You give you other examples where that phrase was used and the goals was achieved. The Americans, the Australians, and it's currently going on in Gaza. Anyway, that's a different conversation entirely. Just they come this show, we get different flavor to the news of the day. We don't propagate. Unless you give me $1 million, I can't propagate. Anyway, ask Northern how far. Hmm. Now, so the story never finish. Oh. The story never finish. You know, Ovi, I am giving you a scientific prediction, a specific prediction. What is your prediction again? Sorry, George. What's your prediction? What's your prediction? Let me go back and see your prediction. Ovi, you will soon be hitting 100 live. Oh, okay. I got you. Interesting. Please, Mona, like, share, and subscribe. Even Nigeria that are suffering are on the Nigerian government side. This one weaken me self. They don't know. When you have been hibernated, you understand. We have been miseducated in the up to today. See, the Nigerian government, the Nigerian elite spend more money in making us dumb, stupid, and useless than actually do it the other way around. You can take me on this and anytime, any day, and I'll punch you out to you. How much they say maintain the military where they that place first? How much is because of not educating us, getting a lot of, like it's just so right there in our face. It's because all of them are involved, both those in government, both those outside government, both those in business, both those who are poor, as we already pointed out, are also benefiting one way or the other. Now let's continue with the propaganda newspaper that is. So when he visited the region of Nigeria, this is now is referring to the two. Okay, the Nigerian government has repeatedly urged Finland to intervene and stop Ekpa activities. Okay, so what makes sure it's going to be different? The feedback they are getting from the Finland government is going to be different. People did not listen very well. I enjoy people to go back and listen to Simon Ekpa interview with Dr. Dameji. There was a place where Dr. Dameji asked him about this issue, repatriation, that when that they declare unwanted, is he going to be arrested? He said something. To me, it's not even the echo of what he said. He said Nigerian government is seeing all this attack as a terrorist state, Nigerian state. I mean, you can agree to disagree if you listen to if you follow the executive order that was given by Trump first coming. Moreover, is here again, he will give us that one. And then you can agree, say they will never agree to work with a terrorist state. Now, it is not the echo of what he said, but his demeanor. People like us, we sit down for a communicating class for like 4 years. We were meant to understand. We were meant to understand that to pay more attention to the body language, the demeanor, than the words that is coming out of that person's mouth. His demeanor changed into a very calm, as if he's releasing a secret when he said that. A lot of people do not get that. So the idea that Now them see okay. That's you see why I thought they are trying to retrieve back. The word they use here, the words they use there, he said the Nigerian government has repeatedly urged Finland to intervene and stop EPA activity. There was no success then. There is no trace that is going to be a success now. But the Nigerian media ran away with it. Oh, they go bring us on tomorrow. Even up to the ministry. I don't know whether because I they give up to that one. I see some headline when they say the military headquarters. I think as at yesterday, as she talked her, for the fact that they never briefed Tunubu and Ribadu about this arrest, says everything that you need to know. Yes, the president was away in Brazil, but he's around now. So the fact that nobody briefed him tells you everything you need to know about the story. But again, what do I know? Uh Now let me finish the last paragraph here. So Ekpa has lived in Finland for a long time and has been involved in local politics in Latin. He is a member of the National Coalition Party and served as a member of the Latin Regional Public Transportation Board. Now, I live in the West. If there is anything that brings more money to media in the West, is when a public official is involved in shenanigans. Regardless what that shenanigan is. They see am with woman, oh, they spend money anyhow. Oh. Not just for this one involve an act of terrorism. Don't forget now the West, now them own terrorism in the sense that now them define what terrorism is. So a public official of that caliber, not just a politician, he was a veteran. He is a veteran. Fall into the sponsorship of terrorism. No more than one a bit two newspaper or any other news carrying from Finland and in the West. And people could not see the red flag there. That's a cash cow story, na cash cow. For the fact that Ekpana, other than say in a politician, he is a veteran. This guy na social media person will be say if he fuck up, everybody go use a hammer. Not just in Nigeria, but the West. But you didn't see anything like that. But people still go with energy. Say tells you everything you need to know where we are. Person can't tell you now waiting every where no be secret. Who doesn't make sense? It's all black to know all of them. See, you see why? You see the test when where the our elite they give us, right? It beholds me. I just tired the way we dey reason at times. Everybody has a large section of the Nigerian young people has given their brain and their thinking faculty to Arise News. They wake up in the morning, waiting Arise News think of this thing where they go. That's what they run with. What does this content creator say about it? No. Go do your own research today. If there's anything that is cheap and so expensive that is information. Nobody should be able to Google you. Any headline where you see, if your instinct says there's something fishy, go to work. Forget Google. Google is at this point is not reliable. Use your chat GPT use your AI, use like there are so many tools available for us to just sample some counties within 5 minutes. But I'm sorry, everybody now has a TikTok attention banker. So they decide to just wake up and listen to Arise, listen to channels, listen to BBC, listen to AIT, listen to CNN. These are crap. These are for profit business. And the easiest way to make profits is to make full of the majority of the people. Whenever they try to point all this thing out, these are just things that is here. None of these leaders, I don't care if it's Obi, if it's Showore, if it's Ponkozo, who I supported, none of them are on the same fucking boat. If at this time in our history that a bill that will actually alter our life is being debated on, and no media is talking about it, I ought to be talking about, none of the presidential aspirants decide to capitalize on that and go to work and mobilize the people to win it. None of that is doing all the then. They are all on the same boat. Make I update you what is going on with Ekpa Finland. There's nothing going on. Ekpa was, see, I don't know if this Ekpa was actually named the one they arrest or no. I'm not going to say that because the original source did not say that. That's what I'm. That's the update I can tell you. As far as I'm concerned, the authority that ought to come out and say it is Ekpa, they haven't come out and said that yet. The court hasn't said that. So everything you hear people are talking about Ekpa, it's just coming from their ass, straight up. I understand. Okay, we are now in social media info online age. Can't you? I understand. But again, everything you want to know on there is still there available to you. When you see say everybody thought the same thing, the same headline, the same conclusion, something is wrong somewhere. There's no way everybody going to see the same thing the same way from the same angle. It's not possible. So the latest be say, as far as I'm concerned, I have not changed my conviction in a bit until Ekpa come and say na him then detained. I will believe that he was detained. I still don't believe because the original story hasn't said that. But again, for me, it's not about whether he was detained or he was not. My focus here is to expose how the story started and possibly the goal of the story, which is to pass the $2 billion bill, the bill, whatever 2.2 billion either adjustment to whatever bill that Tinubu got, and that money should be used to buy electoral bill way to what to the passing point. That's my conclusion. So, and I believe that even the newspaper that broke the news originally agree with me. I mean, they are not agreeing with me of the reason the news went the way it went. They are agreeing with me that the people that were arrested were not someone name wasn't mentioned. The newspaper are retracing their own breaking news. So that's the latest for me. That as of today, it's still a limbo. They started the news by saying NBI released Latin-based Biafran activist Simon Ekpa as investigation continues. The National Bureau of Investigation suspected a man who lives in Lati of money collection offense, although they have not named Simon Ekpa as the suspect. This is the latest news from the same newspaper. And I think I have the link. Anybody can go. Anybody can go read it and understand that the article is just a follow-up of what they posted, but this time around they are trying to retrace their mistakes. Or I mean, they are not admitting their mistake. I'm just seeing their bullshit. So the youth don't read again all over the world. I don't know. When you say all over the world, well, majority, I can say, yeah, it's just crazy. And the fact and everything that is happening now is already written. Is there? Is there? Even this is Samuel Ekpa. So my brother that is asking the latest. That's the latest. The latest is that the news now for you to understand for you to be very clear of what I'm trying to say here is every story gets source. First, the primary source now the person that is involved in that story. The person, if not story of the what is involved in that story. Then two, who is actually talking that, bringing that story, and why is very important. So Ekpa na primary source. Nobody don't hear from Ekpa say yes, I did not, all those things. Yeah, I denied it. All those one I just wipe that out of your memory. Never happened. The second source you have to go to is who is dealing with, who they pronounce, okay, this person is guilty or is not, which at this point is the police that is investigating whatever the case may be. This year is the National Bureau of Investigation. This is 2024. They have a website. No be like the website where we get before, where would they say the oga the say www dot oga at the top. Okay, at the top. That's not the kind of website these people have, right? That was my organ before. Nobody, people don't know, say, other than the fact that me and Ekpa run track together, I was also recruited to be a civil defender. And I think Ekpa, I don't know if Ekpa rejected or he did not stay long enough when those, no, he stayed that in the recruitment we were going. No, I don't think Ekpa left before civil started recruiting. I think I don't know, I didn't come to the game new anyway. But the point I'm trying to make here that all you needed to do is to go to the website. Of course, if you they read Nigerian newspaper, they will not tell you this, so they will just tell you say na yele, few of them. But now talking about this also, you go to the website of NBI, Nigeria Bureau, I say Nigeria National Bureau of Investigation of Finland. It's a police branch, is a branch of their police, just like our NSAS and our craft that we have too. So you go to the website, and here, Lord and behold, you see the story is up to today as I speak to you. As I speak to you, if you go to the website, just Google them, National Bureau Investigation of Police. If you Google them, Simon Ekpa story, purported Simon Ekpa story, is second on the list. Why am I even, make I read that for us? I think I have it here. The cocoa of the story, how the story takes starts, and where everybody, I believe, got it wrong. If you are with me, I dey use Google. You will just go National Bureau of Investigation, Police, and Finland. Then you go under the news. I promise you, as I speak to you, the news now don't go number 3. The first news on their website is investigation ongoing at scene where sea lion one cable was ruptured. And their own problem with that. No concern us. Then the second story, that na today news. Before today, that story no dey. Ekpa story, purported Ekpa story was the second. So the next story, if you follow there, is a petrol vessel turned over on the way to sea lion one sea cable damage. That's another story. Then the third story there is the purported Ekpa story. Police request remand of 5 persons suspicious of terrorist offense. Now, as I said, if you want to establish the credibility of a story, you want to get to the cocoa, forget the paper. If you hear from the people, the actors who are involved, in this case is Simon Ekpa. Nobody hear from him, not even the newspaper that later reported it, did not hear from him. They base their info on neighbor. Now, then you go to the accuser. This time around at the police. So as I go to their website, if you cannot reach out to the police department direct or whatever, go to their website, and that's where you get this news. I will read the news to you. The news dropped 21st November 2024, 8:50 a.m. Just 8:50. They no put. I want to be that a.m. because now my own time where I do put one or two together, I believe in the morning. Now the story goes, the original story that every other story jump up from and emanated from, right? The National Bureau of Investigation, my battery goes in there, but let's go. The National Bureau of Investigation requested that one person be remanded on suspicion of public extortion to an offense committed with a terrorist intent, and 4 persons on suspicion of financing a terrorist offense. The requests for remand are considered by the Pajad Home District Court today, being 2111. Now, another source that who could have gone to get anything on this is the court district. You go to their website, there is no story regarding that. Yes, if you tell Simon Ekpa, you will not get anything. So where are they getting the info that Ekpa was in court and denied to be member of Biafra? That's what I don't understand. Well, I do understand, but it makes no sense. This one is too much of my head. Anyway, so now they continue with the story. That's the original story now. The requests for remands are related to a criminal investigation in which a dual citizen of Finland and Nigeria born in the 80s. Now, this is why the conclusion is because Ekpa was born in 1985, if I'm not mistaken. So, CEO said the requests for remains are related to a criminal investigation in which a dual citizen of Finland and Nigeria born in the 80s is suspected of public execution and offense committed with a terrorist intent. Story continues. The police suspect that the man has further, now, a public officer, the man has further is of efforts from Finland, in such a way that has resulted in a violence against civilians and public authority and in other crimes in Southeast Nigeria. Now, if I read the latest news, the latest updates, now remember when it referred to when he visited the Southern Nigeria, I'm talking about the news. Now, he continued. He has carried out his activity by campaigning, for example, on his social media channel, says head of investigation, Detective Chief Inspector Otto Hotman of the National Bureau of Investigation. The other 4 persons are suspected of financing said activity. All the 5 suspects have been apprehended early this week. Early this week. Early this week. Early this week means Monday, Tuesday, maybe we can have Wednesday journal. Maybe Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we can have Wednesday journal. Now, when we read the other latest news on Ekpa, we now understand why they emphasize on that. Keep that date in your head. Early this week. Say the other 4 suspects were suspected of financing said activity, and all the 5 suspects have been apprehended early this week. The police have carried out international cooperation during this criminal investigation. Bamshikena, full stop. That's the whole story. Ekpa name was not mentioned. No Nigerian name was mentioned. They just said a Nigerian and Finnish citizen born in the 80s. Mr. Pereira, I greeted you too. So Simon Ekpa is back from detention. I just don't understand what you guys. Well, I said I understand. So now that's the original story. Just like this is how what happened. Just like me, EFCC to say them they on top of their game, then suspect Parare, say thief my money. They come carry the news that the first person to break the news they put up for their website. Sahara Reporters, Punch or whatever, come go to that with their website, carry the news, report and they come hack their own journal. So they put their 1, 2, 3 together. Latif, Nigeria Ekpa the state, social media Ekpa the social media. They just add one thing together. They call it Ekpa. The original story did not conclude. Now they add their own. So from that newspaper called Wild LE, now in the Nigerian newspaper and every other company carry their story from. Not from the National Bureau of Investigation, but rather from the national newspaper, which in their rebuttal have a biased mind towards Ekpa and his group. I didn't say that. I will read it for you again. Right? So from there, everybody begin hard. Ekpa na this, Ekpa na that, na Ekpa was saying no be Ekpa, like all those rubbish, right? Now fast forward to today, the same newspaper that took the original story and decided to add their own and say na Ekpa are now coming out to say no be Ekpa, they mention. But now we conclude based on the fact that we don't go Southeast before, where people tell us, hey, Ekpa people, everybody they fear them. So we just know This is not me speaking. I will read that one to you again. And they said, let me see. Obotunde, them they try to use you collect star. Go see the message left for those hypocrites on HYS or damage. If Ekpa order is terrorism, the East all the way from Finland and everyone is obeying while Nigerian army and police are here, the government should resign. I totally agree with you. And my conclusion is that believe in that theory is that if a state, if any part of a state, in the state I'm talking about a country, is under fifth colony control, it's either the government is in bed with those fifth colony or they have lost the control of that territory. And to agree with you totally, they should resign because you don't fit to cover the totality of the country. It's as simple as that. Make I make I switch my this thing. So I will read the latest I will read the latest news on that. Why the same newspaper come out now? They say what I have been saying all along that this story there's something fishy about it. Okay, you are doing academic analysis, my brother. Anyway, it's good for good for our brain. Wetin I want make I say e dey bubble me. Anyway, let me in case una dey wonder why I wear sweater and the sun just come out. The sun just come out. Anyway, thank you. I think I have about 190 watching. And una like, I beg, like, share, and subscribe. I need that. I no go work. I suppose they work now. I leave my work just so I stay on the game before this Nigerian media beat me to it. Just so I give una the latest updates. So that's why I'm here. So I'm not asking you guys to give. Shit. All right. Well, I'm not saying I give money, but money if I give money, I will collect. But like, share, and subscribe. That's what I prefer. Now, I will go to. I switch my device so that I get enough battery to continue my preaching. Please, my Biafran people, my Nigerian people, my traitor, everybody, like, share, and subscribe. I should be able to back this light. Right, make I back my back. Oh my fucking god, that shit. All right. Make I read the latest. And you see that there's so much bias. And at least, again, it put the classic novel of Chimamanda Adichie, the danger of a single star story. That's what prevails in this, in what is happening. Simon Ekpa is not it's just a straightforward person to simply admit he was arrested. His vain arrogance will not allow. I know that. Tone. Why you? I think you said to arrest an agitator now, like it's a badge of honor, especially when the arrest is coming from what is in line with what is the ideology is about. Nobody say they arrest him because he go fuck up, he go commit adultery. Well, by the way, in New York, adultery is legal now. I don't know if that's a news. And I'm saying that because I know the Ferrari goes to relocate, go New York. Both Chicago and New York is cool. Anyway, make a note to go away from why we are here. We are here for Samuel Ekpa latest, and I'm here with the latest.
The latest that just dropped within a couple of hours ago about I put the link. You can follow me. Read that. Read the updates. So I bring and come out. I bet Mona like, share, and subscribe. We are going somewhere. There's a video too on Ekpa actually speaking to, I don't know, back to lawyer, but now finish. And I think I have to go download that one. I finished. I don't understand, and I don't think it's a old video. Now, the latest update hits the line. Now, the same newspaper that went viral, that popularized that decided to add his own Ojoro to the news. Now is coming back to retrace they are coming back to retrace their step. This is YLE. So now this is the update. This update was a couple of hours ago, right? Precisely on the 24th second. The origin. These people, man. The original story. Now let me just read. Let me read the update. Now, there's a NBI, the National Bureau released Latin-based Biafran activist Simon Ekpa as investigation continues. Now, that's the headline. But the newspaper continues by saying the National Bureau of Investigation suspected a man who lives in Lati of money collection offenses, although they have not named Simon Ekpa as the suspect. The same newspaper that concluded that it was Simon Ekpa and gave the story to Nigerian newspaper, they are now coming to say that the original story did not carry Ekpa's name. See, this is what this is about. Just to say, we are finished when it comes to Nigerian media. Now, the Finnish Broadcasting Bureau of Investigation suspected a man who lives in Latin of money collection offenses, though the NBA has not named the suspect. They believe the suspect is Simon Ekpa. This is just their own paper belief. We just conclude Simon Ekpa. That is not what the police people said. That's not what the court said. They just believe that it is Ekpa. And fine, that's it. Now, a Biafran rebel who lives in southern Finnish city. So Ekpa was detained by authorities in Latin on Thursday morning and released in the evening. Again, na demo. So the one time when you see they say Ekpa the chief for jail. Are you now happy? Are you following? This is the latest. That Ekpa was picked up. Now, this is their conclusion. That Ekpa was picked up in the morning on Thursday. Again, now remember when I emphasized on what? Early this week. Remember the original story say Ekpa, the 5 born Nigerian Finnish people were picked early this week. Early this week to me is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. But now the same newspaper is now saying that the person that they believe was picked up on Thursday morning and released in the evening. The same newspaper. Now, although National Bureau Investigation of Finland did not confirm they detained Ekpa. They did not confirm they detained Ekpa by name. A noisy neighbor, of his informed the newspaper that Ekpa was taken into custody on Thursday. Additionally, and he's seeing Sonata photographer who outside Ekpa apartment building at the time took a photography of him taken away by his plainclothes law enforcement officer that day. Now go. Not commenting on specifics of the case. The Detective Superintendent Tommy Rain, this is another detective now, they are interviewing, acknowledged that the newspaper that he acknowledged to that newspaper, the YL newspaper, that he was only aware of one National Bureau investigation operation that was carried out in Lati on that Thursday. Still no name, even from in talking to another detective. But again, they went ahead and concluded this EPA. Now, nobody said it's not EPA, but it's not EPA at the same time. NBA confirmed that the operation was related to an ongoing pre-trial investigation into suspected money collection offenses. The police have been investigating the case since the autumn of 2022. The actual investigation into the matter began at the beginning of February, and based on it, the Latin man is suspected of collecting money in violation of fundraising law, Rain told the newspaper. That's the detective to the newspaper. Still, Ekpa name has not been mentioned. Authorities have been questioned the suspect, but the investigation is still in its early stage. The newspaper met with Ekpa on Friday morning. That is the following day that they believe he was arrested. On Friday morning, but he declined to comment, stating that he will meet with the police in Lati later on Friday. Somebody should make it make sense to me. What question they asked him when Ekpa declined? Is meeting the police. Anybody can be meeting the police for any reason, for nowhere, for nothing, for whatever. Right? Now, the same newspaper, this is Nademo now. They say then further by trying to explain themselves by saying Ekpa social media investigation. In addition, the National Bureau investigation received several reports of Ekpa activities on social media and are investigating whether they could bring him under suspicion of other crime. I will not believe that Ekpa is the only Finnish Nigerian who is on social media doing whatever the fuck he or she wants. Right? Now, Ekpa has previously told the newspaper that he is leading a rebel group from his home in Latin with the stated aim of establishing an independent Biafran state. Now, if una don't go interview Ekpa before and Ekpa tell una his mission, what he is about. So where is the news that Ekpa denied being a member of Biafran coming from? This is the Nigerian media. So where's the idea saying deny? If the newspaper themselves say that you don't tell them before, say this is what I'm about. Again, they just want the thing, they put their own salt and Maggie so that the story will make sense. So now Ekpa has also said that he approved of the use of violence against the Nigerian government's force and has ordered curfews on residents of the 5 southern Nigerian states on certain days of the week. Breaking news. Breaking news. I don't think Ekpa is actually saying that in private. That's what not be news Ekpa, the other sit at home for Southeast. And yes, he believes the police and the whatever that he's accusing of that are outsiders. This is not news. But again, they are trying to come back from their foolishness. Now, the newspaper visited the region, indicated that Simon Ekpa and his group are fed. Now, this is where Chimamanda legendary piece of novel come to play. The danger of a single-side story. So this newspaper carried their 2 left leg all the way from Finland, visited the Southeast region, and all they could conclude is that people are scared of Ekpa and his group. Now, if anybody with a fluid mind, with not a biased mind, anybody with no pay or with no get agenda, basically the Southeast, I am pretty sure that is not the only story that you are going to hear. That's one side story. That's a single side story that Chimamanda is talking about. The danger is that is what we are hearing now. People will believe Ekpa is doing whatever he's doing for no reason. There is a reason. That's why people where they thought say Biafra started after 1960 fall into this category. So it's not about Ekpa. Now, so they visited and they say and they indicated that Ekpa and his group are fed, and his order are followed. Ekpa Twitter video in which he ordered people to boycott election and stay in their homes has been viewed over 1 million times. What is story? See people when they try to come back from our bullshit. Who cares? We know that Ekpa not be secret. This is not a secret. Even on Dr. Damage's.
You said in several videos that there won't be election in the Southeast.
Yes.
What do you expect will happen? You think Peter Obi is wasting his time running for president?
Peter Obi is not just wasting his time. Peter Obi is, I don't know any derogatory word that I will use to quantify Peter Obi. Peter Obi is not running for president. Peter Obi is only in this race to distract Biafrans. That's all. They want to get somebody from the Southeast who will now come as a Biafran, so that it will be on record that in 2023, a Biafran ran for Nigeria president. That's all. So he's not running for president, and he himself knows that.
What if he wins?
Why is he going to win? Is he going to win from your vote?
What if he wins?
We are not even talking about winning, because we can't allow election in Biafra land. So if he is going to win, he is going to win from the election.
So, you see, people where they try come back from their foolishness, having been dictated by people like us. So Ekpa saying that he said that Ekpa's Twitter video in which he ordered people to boycott the election and stay in their home has been viewed over millions. Yes. So why are you bringing that? Oh, no. But again, they are trying to come back from their fuck up. The Nigerian government has repeatedly urged Finland to intervene and stop Ekpa activities. Now, this is another one. So the Nigerian media don't they push media and bring Ekpa, do whatever. They don't succeed then. Why is they going to succeed now? So if you now pay attention to the rhetoric, people where they talk about TV and where they carry the news, Ekpa is going to come today. We are fired for a request. The ministry, oh, bunkum. Now, Ekpa has lived in Finland for a long time and has been involved in local politics in Lati. He is a member of the National Coalition Party, NCP, and served as a member of the Lati Region Public Transportation Board. I said it before. If there's anything, I live in the West. I live in America. I don't live for Greece. I don't live for Bulgaria. I have been to Germany. I've been to I understand how the West think. It's a capitalist mindset. This is a money spinning scandal. But the fact that no other person outside this wild EA, they capitalize on the story, should tell you everything. How can a public officer, a politician, who is a social media, however you want to classify him, is known, is involved in a scandal, and it's something that has to do with terrorism, financing terrorism, and nobody is not even in national news in Finland. But for a reason, it's a festival in Nigeria for at least 48 hours in our media, and people still don't get it. Under this noise, 2.2 billion was awarded. Easy money. If you work for construction for America like me, we and the Spanish people. Easy money. Eh? There's no easy money in that. Easy. Just tell the people to start talking about Ekpa, and we'll collect 2 billion. We move. As a military man, one Biafra. Okay, now. Vince, Tone, as my senior and a comrade, your deposition isn't going down well with me. With all due respect, It reminds me when Simon Ekpa first called Dr. Damizi's show. When I want to try answer a question, and it was very antagonistic towards me. I don't know why. Maybe it is I want to attack him or anything. But all I was trying to do there was to say, Ekpa, I know you, me and you we don't take rubbish from this country. You know, we are a victim of the Nigerian state directly. Directly, they don't drop me from going to Commonwealth in India because I challenge the authority. That's a conversation for another day. Me, they drop me like after we do trans everything. They say that they go India for Commonwealth 2010. My name, they are TV. They see my name, Frederick Agbaje Lane 4. I did my house. What did I do? Because I say bullshit. This is not going to happen. You cannot keep taking advantage of my destiny, my life, and you just expect me to keep following like Mumu Mbano. In the middle of competition and the Yabatek, I carry my bag. I say fuck everybody, right? But the consequence there was deny me of representing Nigeria in Commonwealth. That's a different point. So those. I wanted to ask him because I know him. He was a triple jumper. I said it here yesterday. Ekpa. I'm not surprised that the personality he is carrying right now, because Ekpa na person will busy, even as an athlete, his presence is visible. Ekpa cannot be intimidated. Ekpa is intimidating. If you go National Stadium Surulere, that's where we all train. I train under Coach Lati. He trained under the coach there American. I was formerly working with Saudi Arabia. I go to talk about. Even the coach there was formerly under my coach. That's a different ballgame. So I wanted to ask him that the other day, say, why do you want to destroy the ball? Which Oyibo I used that day? What did they call that platform? I think I remember the analogy. Whatever, but I remember I was trying to ask him, why is he trying to destroy the landing pad? Boom. The landing pad, the takeoff pad. You know, why he won't try to destroy the foundation, the opportunity that Nigeria created, why he won't destroy it now for other people not to take advantage of, right? But it could not allow me to get to that point. That's because I was trying to ask, I know what informed this change. I'm curious, going from that person to this person, which every man will go through that transformation. It either make you or break you. That's what I come to understand. But he could not let me finish the question. He jumped on it, and I understand that. Now, so when I see Vin and Tony, they go at each other, I understand what joined them together is deeper than what ordinary civilian can understand. Just like what joined me and Ekpa together at that level is deeper than what anybody can understand. So it's when I come together, when I go see things the same way with time. I promise you that Vin and Vincent, you guys will be on the same side again. So my position is for Nnamdi Kanu to be released, given how he was snatched from Kenya. Of course, but Simon Ekpa is not responsible for that, or it's not the reason they are still keeping him. They are still keeping him for political reason. A political reason. And what the guy represents. So Rashid Zile, I agree. Tone, let the truth be told. Northerners will never allow Peter Obi to be president. Period. Yeah, even though we can say that's a fact, but what do you expect? It's a competition. If I can keep one region out of the competition for as long as I can, why not do it? So it could be easy for me. So see it from that angle, then you understand the ideology that inform that decision from the North. It's a survivor too. You can sell. They are trying to survive. Now you can sell. You don't agree with their survival instinct, but hey, we live in the jungle. It's in the jungle, man. Dog eat dog. Saturn, if Simon Ekpa is an imposter, why is Nigerian government so obsessed and doing all this to bring down? Of course, it's not an input. That's why I want Tone to understand that Tone, for the fact that the federal government, the institution that you belong to, that you respect so much, that Vin has come to understand, has come out to acknowledge Ekpa. For them to come out and speak on it, that's an acknowledgement. But most importantly, the People's House, which is the legislative arm of the Nigerian government, come out to say we are sanctioning this man, we are declaring wanted. That's an acknowledgement of what he stands for, not an imposter. The whole media house in Nigeria were jubilating for over 24 hours after pretending for many years that it never existed. That is a legitimate recognition. So it has nothing to, it's not about Simon Ekpa. Minister una know the tire. We know the tire. I don't trust you. But I ask you, Minister, what are you guys up to? You guys don't put any power anyway. So I don't ask you to say now the power. We don't say I go always ask you, what are you guys up to? But this time I'm not Tinubu the power. But that has nothing to do with Tinubu. I don't think. But we'll see. Because as far as I'm concerned, there's more to this thing. So Minister, that is about Bola Tinubu tax. What do you give now? I see Abdul Mumuni speaking on supporting the bill. That's NNPP, that's Kanu, that's Konkoso. So what's going on? Free Nnamdi Kanu now, and we said no to war in Nigeria. Who tells you them don't like the way war is? Because the war in the way na one-sided. People, the elites are benefiting handsomely. Nothing done. We never really touch the war. Never touch the pockets of the elites. The Southeast elites, they don't invest in the Southeast, so they don't really give a fuck. They don't care. So in a way, they are benefiting from what is happening. Tonsa, what tangibles are you adopting to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? If he is released today, Simon Ekpa will be surrogate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why is Nigerian government not looking into releasing him? Biafra, have you voted for Biafra freedom? So I don't think Nnamdi Kanu. So I think, if there's anything I'm seeing what the Nigerian government is doing, the Nigerian government are indirectly breeding and empowering the next Nnamdi Kanu and the next Simon Ekpa. That's exactly what's happening. So it's not going to stop. There's money involved, but there's ideology at the core of it. Your guy Simon Ekpa don't scatter everywhere. Don't worry, my guy go back. He will be back. He will be back. He will be back and stronger. My prime minister, the prime minister will be back. That's the only prime minister I have as a friend. I don't get any other prime minister. He will be back. I do not wish Simon Ekpa any harm. He is equally my brother. He is not listening. Playing title is not important at the moment. But see, I think, Tone, you're not a military guy now. You what I mean, you have worked in an established organization. You know how things work. The best way to actually counter Simon Ekpa action and rhetoric is to form your own. Not necessarily to go to war with him, but to say, okay, there's a better way. But which I believe there are so. I think at this point, now only Simon Ekpa will see Ekpa and his group. What is the other groups? No, they just like Wakama, Kwawama, whatever terrorist group that emerged in Sokoto. Now, layers. There's a step to this game. So I'm not equating the terrorists and what the Simon Ekpa fighting, but I'm just telling you that is how Nigerian government sees him. But what has just happened is you are not just legitimize Simon Ekpa worldwide for what he represents, but you have empowered other people to see that route as a viable route. They will take to that route, but they will just do it in their own way. Just like Ojukwu did it his own way, Nnamdi Kanu did it his own way. It's the same thing. They are doing the same thing, fighting the same cause. Now Ekpa is doing his own way. There's somebody that is going to come and do it his own way, or her own way. Nigerian elite are not patriotic. They do not love Nigeria. 100% agree with you. 100%. 100%. You've just, in fact, you don't close today's show. You don't close today's show. I mean, would I subscribe? Like, share, and subscribe. You don't close today's show with that argument. Nigerian elites, they don't. Doesn't matter if whoever you think it belongs to that group they don't like Nigeria. They are not patriotic. No, not one Nigeria. They are war in Nigeria. No country like Nigeria. Ask yourself why. There are plenty of countries like Nigeria, or they just evolve out of it new. They just evolve out of it. Or they fight their way out of it, I should say. Don't. You and I were there in the army establishment. You know too well what we do and the reason why I left. I guess you too. We have a lot of intelligent young people in Igbo land. Simeon needs to get off his high. See, the fact that the whole country is talking about him, he's doing exactly what is expected of him. Simeon, no single individual can deliver what the Biafran ideology
Sorry. My yes. I just my battery died. Imagine so I had to come. Okay, let's see where are we? Where are we? Are we there? I see where are we? Where are we? We have a lot of intelligent young people in here. Make una stop to the pollute the Niger Delta, Nigeria, una the African parasite, African man. Happy New Year. So, how do you connect this, Minister? How do you connect the arrest of Dr. Ayuba Chu, leaders of the Ambazonia Defense Force, by the Norwegian authority on similar charges which Ekpa is accused of? I don't know. When was that? I don't know. I know I know they follow Ambazonia news. Tell me, when was that? If it's recent, I'll go to work. I'll go work on it. I'll go and see why. Let me see. I think I'll work on that tonight to see why. Nigerian government, or you want to give me hints what's going on? Nigerian government is dancing to the tune of the music he playing for them, unfortunately to the dictate of Simon Ekpa. Right. Nigerian leaders are something else. If you are offline, the Nigerian government attacking you. Anybody where they take waiting belong to another native. Nigeria will have it. September 24. Oh, almost the same thing. That's like what, 2 weeks apart? I see. So tell me what as in make I see. Give me details now. No, give me work. Don't give me work. Feel me more. They don't release now. Huh? Let me say, but it has been feed. They don't release now. See. Oh shit. Alright, yeah, but sorry. We say thank you. Your PM, Simon Ekpa. We love you, sir. Correct. I know we'll see better news on why Ayuba was arrested or what. Now, so Facebook, they carry the news. Why? Many stable. Alright, wanna like, share, and subscribe. The latest news we say Simon Ekpa. The story that Simon Ekpa was arrested was purported by Finland national newspaper. They jumped to conclusion that it was Simon Ekpa. That's the latest. That's where we are. Wanna like, share, and subscribe. I beg. Want to see how many. We need to be ahead of the story before the Nigerian media begin. I know they will not trace their mistake back like the original story is doing. They will not do that. That's not normal. After all, nobody will call them to their bullshit. Nobody will call them for their bullshit. But when I subscribe, I think I've gotten how many subscribers today? I promise I'll bring the latest on waiting the man they do. Even this Ayuba of the guy that you're talking about, I think I'll do it. I will go do research on it and see if there's and see what the connection looks like. 。
Ah,
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans. This is the 15th day of December 2022. I just want here to drop a very quick one, okay? I want to encourage every Biafrans to be very, very, very resolute and focused. The difference between us, the Biafra people, and those that are blackmailing and propagating all manner of falsehood against us is that they are two-faced people, corrupt, very unbalanced people, and we are not two-faced. These people that are parading and spreading all this falsehood against us are those who believe in Biafra and they believe in Nigeria. So what they do is that they are the agent of P2B, whom they want to use as a pedestrian to cross to the other side of wealth. We are not here for that. We are here for complete freedom of Biafra people after many years of subjugation and slavery under the Nigeria state. So forget them, disregard them, tagging me terrorist, tagging me agent of Nigeria, tagging me all manner of names. One thing is very certain. After the 25th of February 2023, they will all come back to us. That is to prove that they are two-faced. So when what they are doing is failing, or when it has failed, they will come back and start praising us. The man they are calling terrorist today, just because of it is politically motivated blackmail, they will turn out tomorrow to say that you that have joined this movement, you are a hero because you have not deviated and you are not derailed. No matter the name they call you today, I call upon you, the Biafran people, to be very strong. We have never ever gotten it right this way. This is the time. The foundation that is holding that evil entity, corrupt entity, terrorist entity called Nigeria is shaking, and we'll finally break it in 2023. Every Biafran must be very, very strong. Go to every media where they are propagating these lies and blackmail and defend Biafra. Thank you. Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. This is the 16th day of December 2022, and we are very, very angry. We are not happy. The news coming from the DSS dungeon from Abuja suggests that the DSS no longer provide food for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in their custody, illegally in their custody. And we have also read in the news that the family of our leader has been able to raise 1 million naira for his feeding. So when we say that the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gone beyond family business and family matter, this is where we come in. So for this reason, from today, the auto-piloted IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be making available every month 2 million naira for his feeding. The reason it is going to be 2 million for his feeding every month will be because we know that the DSS, this some DSS, will be stealing from that money because Nigeria are criminals. The security agents, they are criminals. Most of these people, they will be stealing from the money. So we are going to do everything possible to provide 2 million for his feeding. We don't want them to feed him again. We don't need their feeding. So, but when we provide this money every month, we'll be expecting that at no point in time will they starve Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from today going forward. Thank you, and may God bless Biafrans.
You said in several videos that there won't be election in the Southeast.
Yes.
What do you expect will happen? You think Peter Obi is wasting his time running for president?
Peter Obi is not just wasting his time. Peter Obi is, I don't know any derogatory word that I will use to quantify Peter Obi. Peter Obi is not running for president. Peter Obi is only in this race to distract Biafrans. That's all. They want to get somebody from the southeast who will now come as a Biafran, so that it will be on record that in 2023, a Biafran ran for Nigeria president. That's all. So he's not running for president, and he himself knows that.
What if he wins?
Why is he going to win? Is he going to win from your vote?
What if he wins?
We are not even talking about winning, because we can't allow election in Biafra land. So if he is going to win, he is going to win.
Yeah, the why he go win. Actually, is funny. Say, don't get reason why you go win. As I say, don't get reason for running. Now you don't run. Oh my God. So, Minister Wu, say he was the one that signed the partnership agreement with the Amazonia people. That's what they're saying. He signed a partnership between the Amazonia and the Biafran struggle. Okay. So, are you saying that it is the sin of Ayabachu, nine that they use go after Ekpa? Is that why? Is that why the original investigation from the NBI never stated the name and play the way they play? I don't know. Let me know. Sorry, it follow. It makes sense, but and is the guy has the guy been released? The Ayuba, because I know say Google not be reliable, but they didn't give me. I will do more. I'll further the search to see if I get everything what they see now. Facebook. That means now content creators just they talk about the guy arrest and they're talking about the Ayuba. So let me stable talking to you. I said thank you for Finland government. Biafra, I love you too. Ah, Biafra, I love her too. Um, maybe nah, maybe this next guy won't play can support Ekpa.
You think leadership is a common case? No. Esther said, if I perish, I perish. Whenever you are in leadership, look at what happened to Donald Trump. In America, where security is everywhere. Yet, 2 times now they wanted to kill him. Every profession has its own risk. If you're not willing to take the risk that is attached to any profession, step aside so that people who are given that mind by God will go ahead and serve God in that capacity. If you're an actor and an actress and you say you're not going to hug babes and you're not going to kiss them, step aside. Because that's what the job is. Don't come and say you're a born-again Christian. That's what the job entails. If you're a politician and you can't stand for your people that voted for you, and because you don't want to die, step aside. Because that's what the job entails. Any politician that is not behaving like Simfubara, who will resist and protest when his rights are trampled upon, knowing that our judicial system, knowing that our electoral system have failed us, that any politician who will not stand his ground, no matter the risk to his person, I said I will not speak for that politician again, and I maintain it. And you can see what is happening, because we can't go forward. We calm down. If Simfubara has been saying calm down, do you know where River State would have been? He said he's ready for them. He's fully prepared. The election must go on. The election must hold. Winners must be declared. They will be sworn in. And whatever is going to happen, let it happen. I am looking for leaders who would say nobody will rig my election. And if you rig my election, I will fight. Nigerians, come out and fight. If they kill anybody, let them kill all of us. Oh yes, and thank God I'm seeing it happen. What Fubara did, was he advocating for violence? Was he advocating that the law should be broken? No. He was advocating for his right. That's my opinion. That's my advocacy. We must advocate for our right and stand by it. I did not disqualify anybody. I don't have that right. I said I am not going to speak for anybody going forward except this person meets this criteria. In any case, we have finished 2023 election. It's over. 2027 election has not come. So anybody who is saying betrayal, what am I betraying? There is nothing on ground. When I was a spokesman in 2023, I did my job creditably well, and we convinced Nigerians on what we believe is right. But you can see that in Nigeria, you not only have to have the power to win election, you have to have the power to defend your election. So anybody that does not have that spirit or power to defend the votes in a manner that you would say, whatever happens to me as a person, let it happen. I am not willing to speak any further for the person. So what I just simply said is that going forward, I will no longer be part of this. until these fears are addressed. So I did not disqualify anybody. One, I don't have that power. Then two, I am not betraying anybody because I'm still a member of Labour Party. And you can see I'm still fighting that Labour Party should be consolidated because Nigerians are looking for an alternative to these people. That if you want to fight these people who are compulsive thieves and who are the worst amongst us, leading us, according to Senator Ndume, who is part of them, then you have to grow higher and be more aggressive than calm down. That's what I said, and I stand by it. In all honesty, I would have said we don't. But because I'm a student of theology, I would not say so. Because when Elijah thought he was the only person that was worshiping God, God said, no, you're not the only person. There are more than 7,000 persons like you still in that country that have not done anything evil. I know them. So the only thing we have to do in this country, we must not be sentimentally attached to anybody, any politician. We must not be loyal to political parties or politicians. We have to be loyal to the country and to the law. And if any law is unjust, we have to fight the law. If anybody is doing anything illegal, no matter who the person is, we have to fight the person. So in Nigeria, we must create the environment so that those 7,000 that we do not know who are leaders will be able to begin to emerge. If the good ones keep quiet, they will never emerge. When people say people are selling their votes, you know why they are selling their votes? Because they believe that even if they vote their conscience, it will not count. Not because they want to be corrupt. They saw what happened in 2023. I was an active participant in that election of 2023. They did not sell their votes. But after, it did not count. So they'll be like, why would I go and say I'm voting for my conscience when it will not count? If I'm going to take this money, at least it will be what I gain. So if we don't fight,
I'm gonna get power. Why you know like him? The guy now and they look for work. He go soon get job. So understand. Minister, he said the point is that Simon is fighting two governments, especially with the activities of the Biafran Marine Force within the Gulf of Guinea and the Bakassi Peninsula. Okay, I see where you are coming from. So that means it's not necessary that if he's arrested or invited, it's not necessary it's because of activities of or the reports of the Nigeria federal government that they are trying to claim. The alarm could be raised by Cameroonian government too. That's what you mean. I got that. Makes sense. Makes sense. Tone Pereira, I hold nothing personal with Simeon. I just disagree with the approach. This approach is exposing MKO to more in danger. No, there's no danger where Nnamdi Kanu go be now where he never be person. He almost came land. You see, all these people know what is at stake. So I don't think he's exposing. Instead, he's shining more light on what is going on. People are beginning to get more that, oh, come on, it's not just a project. Somebody else in custody. So when their reporter goes out, it's got us saying, sit at homes, people they fear sit at home and all that. They did not they ignore the fact that the sit at home was called by Ekpa or any other person because of the detention of Nnamdi Kanu. They don't see that part. So that's why I thought there's something wrong with there. So now, if I'm to go with what Minister Bu is saying, now I understand why the newspaper and the Nigerian newspaper have to go that route. They are just trying to capitalize on what other people are working on, but most importantly, they fall into a time that they can exploit the Nigerian people by making sure they focus attention on what is not necessary. Now I got your point, Minister Bu. See, I like that. I like that connection. I like that part. But not many people they see the activity, the connection between the. But still, again, that means I'm right. Everything they are piloting about Simon Ekpa, they are just wrong. The Nigerian media is just trying to feed what he has not sown. I rather prefer a person reacting to injustice wrongly than someone who is not reacting at all. That is someone. Please, what is the way forward to bring out Nnamdi Kanu? All your political leaders are compromising due to corruption. You're right. I think, for as far as I'm concerned, with exactly what just happened, they are bringing more awareness to what the Nnamdi Kanu situation. No wonder they have not breathed. What's his name? Ministable. Is that the reason why the president and NSA were not briefed up to now? That makes sense. That makes sense. So, Ton, what ECPA succeeded, what he has succeeded to achieve is bringing awareness that there's somebody in the custody as the result of. It is not because of ECPA that I said him in the first place. So you can't be saying ECPA activity is putting him more in danger. ECPA activity is exposing more injustice that is being meted to him. Now, if you read ECPA story, turn to Nigerian media, you go read Biafran part journal, you go read Nnamdi Kanu story journal. I am pushing for public debate with Rudolph to prove his hypocrisy and his panel because this guy. I, see, if I make my Sibra, I go feel make you see another thing. If you really want to know Dr. Damage's opinion, one year Dr. Damage's opinion on issues, no, you will not get it on this platform. You will not get it on Dr. Damage's show. You will not get it on Have Your Say. Neither are you going to get it on 90 Minutes Africa. Dr. Damages writes a column for national dailies, the Sahara Reports, and some other newspapers every week. That is where you actually have a clue what he thinks about or how he sees things. Now, now, if you're suspicious of the platform, say he take another tone or he has another agenda, well, that's valid. But I don't think you can nail Dr. Namaji down on that. Just like people who are saying, "Show na him bring Buhari, na him kick Jonah out." You cannot say Showore. I mean, I understand if you say Showore, you know what you're talking about. But until you can articulate how it works with the foundation and the media, you cannot nail him down. So Ferrari, you are doing the same thing. You can I don't think you can get him. If you want to debate him based on your experience on the platform and your conclusion about him, you are not going to win. If that's what you are looking for. You're not gonna win. Because who do you want to debate? We have to save the next generation. I totally agree with you on that one. The next generation and the focus. Don't say true. That part of the world are starting to be aware of the goings in Nigeria. Yep. So you have to give a credit for that. The point here is the awareness that is created, right? It's a global awareness now. You have to now the politician will be forced to now be speaking out, even though I agree with somebody who said the politicians are not out to no good. Yes, but they will start. The more they speak about it, the more it brought it to limelight. Rudolph himself with electricity, Adama and KJ and Tunanja at his side, and with evidence proof they are all hypocrites. Ferrari, I don't know. Since Ekpa no dey that group, more leave that group aside. Let's talk about Ekpa. Ekpa na my guy, na my prime minister. So I don't like the way the medias are trying to take advantage of his innocence. How guys innocent? They are trying to take advantage of it. I don't like that. That's why I'm here. Simon Ekpa is free and a freedom fighter as declared by the Finland authority today. Go and verify. My brother, I totally agree with you. We are on the same page. And the same thing with the trap me to the problem with this. That Ekpa is innocent. Your concern should be why no hospital, no tap water, no good roads. Biafra is the answer. I see your point. I see your point. I agree with that. Mufarari say if they think I'm wrong, they should accept the challenge, the debate in any form. But I don't even know what the debate could do. Say what solution is he going to bring? What are they planning to address? I don't understand because it seems as if you have an individual fight to pick with people. But yeah, all our politics and Omoye corner can host the debate. Chineke, how much? Abeg, I need money. Oh. I need money. How much? I know they even dey share like. No, they even dey talk say una dey even buy me tea or I do super chat. I no dey do anything. Una dey say make I go and host debate. Una go pay? Hmm? Because I have to make money so that in case I collect blue, I can treat myself. Hmm? Ferrari, I don't know why you dey. You cannot win the fight, oh, that's the debate. You no go win. I go be referee. Una no go I go pay. Hmm? Let's say una go guarantee me 1,000 subscribers on that day. On that, go do am. Truth say, Tom, you don't love Nnamdi Kanu more than Simon Ekpa. All of us. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is only doing the needful. Remember, the reason of kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu was to subdue Biafra agitation. You are on point. It's just sad the rate at which some people wey I expect, they just come dey talk rubbish about wetin dem know nothing about. They are jumping to conclusions like say na they've gotten a good man. Truth lovers, Simeon Ekpa is a good guy fighting just cause. I agree. Totally agree with you. So it is safe to say that with what the Nigerian media just acknowledged, it's safe to say that Ekpa is now part of the leaders that you can refer to anytime. I'm tired of their irony of hypocrisy, of interviewing David Odeyin. Why they protected the same behavior that put Odeyin in exile. Wait a minute. I don't understand. But what do you mean? I don't even know why una dey see Odeyin as a. I just understand. Oh. I don't know anything. I don't know how people they see him as a. It's hard for me to listen to him or pay attention to what he do. He has never done anything that made like, oh, man, no chop. Ah, okay, oh, I don't stop. Sure, are you hungry now? You know, pay, oh, you know, subscribe. Oh, the way they see you so. You did not subscribe. Neither did you like or share. But you they order me. Me, I no chop. I don't stop. Congratulations. Catch Kaba. You are a winner. Oh, no verse. No, no verse. I just have to eat. Go now, Shu. I invite you before. Go. Okay, bye. Go. Okay, I don't stop now. I don't put my salad away. I know the way I treat the disturb us. It was a choice. Either I had to go and I had to stop him. I had to close the show. Or let me just take 5 minutes or 10 minutes to inconvenience everybody and eat. If they think I'm wrong, they should have an open debate with me on an open forum so I can prove they are hypocrites. All our politics are no more equal. I know just on this guy. How do we factor in our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, who has been heavily taken advantage of by the Nigerian media? How do we factor into this your fight with Dr. Damage and Co? Oh, it's not fair now. Ferrari, Ferrari, this is what you should debate. This is what you should talk.
Nigeria
This guy,
insists that they have to impress their neighbors and other people that they eat foreign rice. I said, no rice. You either you eat what you grow what you eat, or you die. I think I tried to make my point. And later, Nigeria appreciated it because it provides more jobs. People go back to the land. We have the land, and we produce what we eat. I have only 6 more days to go. And I try.
eat what you grow what you eat, or you die. All this statement. Now, Tone say good night, bro. Cold night in London. I have a busy day tomorrow. We go talk. If make I send blanket to you, human blanket. Anyway, man, thanks. Have a good night rest and talk to you soon. All we want is Biafra. Free our leader, Nnamdi Kanu and others. If you have something to offer to Biafra people, bring it and on board. Freedom is all we want. Ferrari say they only exploit Simon Ekpa on that day. They got 8,000 views. Not be exploit now. Why you say that exploit the guy? The guy actually liked the fact that he came out to talk to that plan and he wanted more. He was inviting other platforms to bring him on. So I don't know. Is there any other thing you saw when you talk of exploitation? Maybe there's another thing other than the fact. If not, just a view. I think they've got more than that. If you go check now, they get more than that. So you say they don't care for Simeon or his people. They are there to exploit him only and use him. But Dr. Damage in Igbo Mala, they be after my bet. So I go say he will exploit them. Ah, but Dr. Damage is creating awareness. What you should be happy to is that, again, just like what Tone was in trying to acknowledge, is that Dr. Damage bringing Ekpadadi exposes, bring fresh bread, bring fresh into the movement again. So I don't know. Nigerian government thought that the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu was going to end the Biafra struggle, but the little did they have known that the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu has done them more harm than good. Okay, Simeon brought them crowd. But na two way the game na two way now. They don't give a fuck about the truth. Na two way thing. Now Simeon brought crowd and Dr. Damage also has his own crowd. They amplify the whole. So as far as I'm concerned, it is a great collaboration for the struggle at hand. Actually, me and you, we are here talking about it. So I'm always look at the other side of the game too. Ask them why they censor. Who censor? They censor you, I mean they and that's a different conversation entirely now. I know I'm not a fan of that too, but only to direct narrative to a given direction. No censorship. Well, I don't know, man. This you trying to they have their how they call it? Which is the grammar again? Morandi of operandi. I mean, they know how they do their own work. That na jam question you dey ask me, so I no pass jam. Parare, what are they afraid of that you have? If you come to that conclusion that they are hiding something, I don't know. Follow the money. If there's money they are making at all, maybe you should follow the money. You get to the root. Follow money will only direct you to anything. So look, I think Faria, I think I get your point. I acknowledge what you're saying, but I think I don't know. You can't win. You make your you seen your observation, but I think that's the best you can do. If there's anything you need to, it's the same thing. I don't think those with the content creator are different from now. This all of us they media. So if you are accusing, you can easily accuse what you are accused of arise of Dr. Damage show, of one man show, of my show, right? I'm not trying to dilute what you are saying or your observation, but I'm just saying the conclusion that you want to see or the admission that you want to see ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's like you telling somebody to come and they say, "Oh, Yes, let me bring Buhari on. Let me bring the good luck down. That's exactly what you are saying. So I don't think you will say you will get what you want. So if you cannot see the end from the beginning, then I don't think it's something worth. Call them out, call them on it. Follow the money. That's a fact. So why you calling debate again? Follow the money, get the fact, and put it out there, which is what you are saying. You call them out. I don't think. Now you the I don't know. Dr. Damage make one point, which is a cliche, which is an obvious point, which is we when we dey online, they talk to ourselves. We don't matter. How. I don't think people understand that. We are minuscule. You say in get 8,000 views from Ekpa. Pastor go there. They shout, yeah, they give you folks who go get 100,000 followers, like immediate live viewers. Yeah, go sit down, just say wear mini skirt or wear this thing. Just sit down, no talk anything. Okay? So if you compare that with what the kind of views we they get online, this platform that you are taking to, you understand they come. I don't think we dey achieve any noodle. We are not even factoring a conversation that goes on in the nation. I'm here to be it's time to be corrected. There's nothing like one, there's nothing like in diaspora, so there's nothing like in diaspora media. So trying to go to war with any content creator, any of this thing, you're not going to gain anything. That's for sure. One, because the viewership have a very short listing. We have a short span. Like you just imagine, all of a sudden we forget everything that is happening in the country and focus on Ekpa. Give me the next couple of hours, 2 days, and another thing they will take over our attention. So if you understand the work that the elite has done in trying to stigmatize or trying to indoctrinate the majority of the Nigerians when it comes to how media works, then you will know if you pick a fight with any of these hustlers, with the hustlers, my brother, you go we just use us make money for your head new. It's not, so what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say what you are seeing, it might be obvious to the blind, but that's it. That's just it. That's all you can do. The pure hypocrisy. If we don't matter, why censor? The platform is an exact reflection of Nigeria because it's a distraction on because they don't. Now talking about what you just said, if we don't matter, why did they censor? That's a very valid question to ask. Then now you're not pointing that to India. I know you want to hold Dr. Dameji accountable because he's the owner of the platform, but I don't think Dr. Dameji has ever blocked anyone. I could be wrong. Now, I am making that distinction because you now ask yourself why you know they do that. And the obvious reason I can point at is the level of their intellectual capacity. Anybody will block you in place of argument. Don't you respect? Now I don't know. I don't want to talk as if say I am special, I am different. I'm saying this because people can accuse me I don't block them too, because I don't block people, that's a fact. But what I'm trying to say, what you are pointing out is that you have to. There's one thing somebody told me yesterday. Was it yesterday? Sunday, right? I brought to my attention why we they on live. The person called me privately on phone. Say, come. Why I stopped coming on this platform, most of the things that I have come to understand that what you have been saying all along, people don't read. So why are you wasting your time arguing with people who don't read? I swear to God, that's what the person told me. The elderly person. And I wonder why it take him saying it out loud for him to sink in. I dey talk and since. It's hard for you to have a conversation with people who don't read. Their viewpoint is very narrow. No whether if they are right or wrong, it's just very narrow. So most of those things that you are complaining about, Ferrari, is at the basis is just that. You don't read. If you don't read, I am sorry. You reason like a child. You're limited. Your way of seeing things are viewed just like the issue of civil war, Nigerian history. If you never cover books 5 to 10, 20, 30, 40, I mean, you have no clue of what you are talking about. So that's these days. Now, what you make me know they bring people on. If you look, I have about 200 people watch today. I know put the link there for people to come on. It's frustrating. It's exhausting. Even when they are making a point that you agree with, they cannot substantiate. That's exactly what happened. That's why I decided to take on this ECPA issue. People know they think again. You just see story, you jump on, and you don't question yourself. Like, come, this thing, there's something here. Even though what you are saying is true, even though it's arrested, even though it's just arrested, but there are some things that doesn't make sense. So, and all this, if people know this, just like if you don't travel, they travel, you don't read. So it's frustrating. I don't go lie. So I get what you are saying, but the way you are going about it, I don't think you will win because it's as if you are ignoring the problem. They know what they are doing, yes, on purpose. And I just tell you now because you see, I don't think now they talk for 4 hours or 3 hours. I feel talk for 8 hours because trust me, I am not an expert on everything, but I am due diligent, take my own time to invest in understanding some basic things about almost everything. It's diversion. I think what's his name? Jargon used a phrase to describe that show one day, and it was spot on. I don't really remember, but because it makes sense to me, I don't have to memorize how it talk up. When you say that diversion or distraction, but that's what media is for today. People they sponsor media. Why is the reason? Why are people opening platforms? So there are so many things that if I begin to talk, why they talk all you need to do just go and read Manufacturing Consent by Professor Noam Chomsky. It's a Democrat, but Democrat banned the guy from all their mainstream media, and there's a reason. Or go watch the documentary. You understand how the media work. So I don't know. Everybody is coming from interest. I just want to know. I'm not looking for the truth, right? The truth is my own conclusion. I just want to know why things are the way they are. That's why I'm here. So the what you are complaining about, I know why it is. The media. So more diversion and the see. I use myself as an example. You can go through all my content. How many of those headlines are directly reflected to what the conversation is on the national media? And they do have no better but how many? So most of these content media content creators that you are complaining about are the direct extension of the media that you don't want to lead, that you don't like, that you are not supposed to be listening. I'm talking about the mainstream media. Why I said that? Maybe tomorrow, what I'll take time to actually explain how the frontiers of media. They are just as at today, I they conclude say these days, now the pioneer. These days now they set the agenda of the news we consume. So the news media, the legacy one, we bring the agenda of the day. Then the pundits, the propagandists, the abatis, the Rufai, the Sheung, all the news media, they will expatiate on that, take it to the next level. In today's world, we have the content creators, they come out. So that's why more 99% of the content creators, they don't have their own opinion or idea of what is going on. That is why they will always come and repeat the conversation that is happening on the mainstream media. You understand? So the division you are talking about, you are narrowing down to what you are seeing on Dr. Lamidi's platform. No. If you just even me, pay attention, right? People they can't talk about what is already being discussed. So that's why Simon Ekpa purported arrest went the way it did. I go I go come out knock my chest say now only me no say wait for among content creators say for Nigeria space say this thing should be looked into critically. I no agree with what they are saying. I think I'm the only one. Every other person go with everything that the mainstream media is saying. So you just say where you have to see this thing, then you understand. Then you go dey happy. You know go dey vex the way you dey vex what you are seeing blatantly. It's more propaganda of ignorance with you. I am not trying to win. Just want to call them out for the. I understand that, but you also have to take the followership into consideration. The people that you want to call them on for them to acknowledge. You want the people to see what you are saying. But the question you should ask yourself: yeah, the people have the capacity to actually see what you are saying, even if you explain. That's another thing you have to say. The people that you want to call their attention to what you are saying, do they have what it takes to actually see it? And if no grounds win the status quo, remain. Of course, that is what is happening. I'm telling you, the goal of every government is to make the people ignorant. There is no such thing as truth in politics and international relative at OVA. I agree. That is why I said I am not here for the truth. I'm not saying I'm finding the truth. I can only conclude on my own. This is what I see for me as the truth and move on. I am not going to say, come, no, this is the truth. You have to accept it. No. I am here to see, to understand this and conclude with my own truth. I'm not saying a standard truth. There's nothing like that. I agree. It's all about national and individual interests. Yes, but in this case, there's nothing that national interests are questioned. I don't think there's nothing like national interest in Nigeria because the people who run the country don't have national interest. Let me put it that way. So personal interest is what is obvious. Regional interest could be, I think, it's more pronounced than national. There's no national interest. No president has national interest at heart. No president in Nigeria has ever had that national interest. Those who are toying toward that direction, they were taken out of power. So I'm with you. They pursue their individual interests and put up a front that they are balanced lies in life. their their minors will not might move even if you show them the fact, but let the lies know you know they are. That's what I'm saying. The Nigerian people are gone. We are all been miseducated, and these people who are in power came and turbocharged that ignorance. They took history out of our school. They do everything. I talk am before you actually know the truth about Nigeria, it will take us another 50, 100 years until all these people don't die go. And that's why they are still alive. We ain't gonna know the truth about the country. That's why I'm disagreeing with Minister about national interest. None of these people have national interest at heart from day one. They have their interest and personal interest. There is nothing like national interest in Nigeria. Thank you. A journalist in Nigeria has national interest. So because deep down the Nigeria has never hold for such reason. It hold for business sake. I see this is what you sent to me now. I will listen to the other minister. So now that national interest, now the Biafra, the question. Now that national interest, now the Fulani hegemony, the question. Because Buhari said a lot of things bluntly. If we speak to along the what we are talking about, that now interest of race, they have stomach interest. That one day. Which thing I go play for now? I'm hungry. This guy will threaten me say if I chop again, he go come out. He come out. I see stop to the chop. Now I'm hungry. I've been speaking for 3 hours straight. Give me. That's why I need a deal. Where they going? I need bar. I don't go work today. Mona pay me money. Mona subscribe. So that if we use the number subscription, go make money. If I don't want do super chats, if I don't want do super chats, if I don't want buy me a coffee. How much buy me a coffee? I never use them for a long time. Let me see if I can, if it still works. Wanna like, share, subscribe, buy me a coffee, super chat, so that I feel get time invest in countering propaganda because I know how the media work. Then teach me for school. Myself, I can't teach myself. Journal. So I have a clue what the agenda of the media is and the people who are making sure that agenda is going well. All right, Farare, appreciate you. I think I might have to call it a night too. 6 o'clock p.m. Even though now we are in a shorter night, longer night and shorter day, so it's already dark here in Florida. Um, I don't find where I go retire. If I want, where I go live for the rest of my life. If I decide to live in America, there's a place that has my namesake, Oviado. I saw that shit. I was like, holy shit! So I go there, spend the night in Oviado, spend the day there. Likely the way they spell my name, OVIE, but they just had DO, Oviado. So I went to work, I went to research what it means, where it coming from. It's coming from Spain. It's a Spanish town which existed in 100 Abi, 102 to the 10th century. Oviedo as a town. So what it means that anybody who is from that town, they will just be call them Oviedo. So the people who come and settle down in Orlando, Florida, yeah, the part they settled was Oviedo. My brother, the history is still there. They have big religious houses, big houses, big monuments. Like I can live here. I'll live this place about what 70 about what? Is it 70 I mean 60% white, about 20 to 27% Hispanic, and the rest. So if I'm Nadia, I will go. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your time. I appreciate our conversation. I hope you guys understand what the updates of today that the purported arrest was blown out of proportion, was taken advantage of, was used as a stone screen. But many people just sent me some links to listen to. It brought another angle to the conversation that yes, there is an agreement with the Biafran and the Amazonians. So it could be whatever that they invited Simon Ekpa for is not coming from the Nigeria as the Nigeria authority want to believe or to claim, but it could be from a shot from the Amazonian government, from the Cameroonian government to look into Ekpa activities. This is not my conclusion. This is what I'm taking from what Minister has said. I will go and read more of it, and hopefully we'll talk more on it tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. 70 people are still watching, and Mona like, share before Una go abeg, and Una fit click on this link and buy me a coffee anytime, any day. I want that. Share, like, subscribe. The Biafra nation, we are in this together. This is not to exploit, but rather to say that the nation is exploiting my friend, Prime Minister Ekpa, innocence. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, Gwezwako, Oduo, that is, Gwezwako na Ososo, that's my language. Oduo na Okene Ibra. Ciao, ciao.